Hey there DIYers, welcome back to your channel name, where we turn old, forgotten items into stunning home decor. Y'all know how much I love finding a treasure at the flea market, or even rescuing something from a dusty corner of the attic. To me, there's just something so satisfying about giving something a second chance to shine. Upcycling is all about creativity, sustainability, and giving new life to everyday objects. And today, I'm sharing 5 unexpected upcycling ideas that will transform your home with style and purpose. These projects are budget-friendly, easy to make, and completely unique. Whether you love rustic charm, modern minimalism, or vintage vibes, there's something here for you. Which project is your favorite? Drop a comment below and let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a DIY idea. All right, let's dive into these 5 amazing upcycling ideas. Now, I've always been drawn to the character of old books. I mean, the worn leather, the smell of aged paper, the stories they hold, they just bring so much warmth to a space. And speaking of warmth, let's talk about our first project, turning those beloved books into unique, eye-catching floating shelves. If you have old books collecting dust, don't throw them away. Turn them into a stylish floating shelf. It adds a vintage touch to any room and is perfect for displaying plants, frames, or candles. Plus, it's a great conversation starter. First, you'll want to choose your books. Look for hardcovers with interesting covers or colors that complement your existing decor. Once you've got your books, it's time to gather your supplies. You'll need sturdy L brackets, a drill, screws, and a level. Trust me, a level is your best friend when it comes to floating shelves. Now, here's where the magic happens. Start by attaching the L brackets to the wall, making sure they are level and spaced evenly to support the weight of your books and whatever treasures you want to display. Once those brackets are secure, simply slide your chosen books onto the brackets, ensuring they fit snugly. Y'all know how much I love using mason jars for just about everything. But did you know that you can transform those simple glass jars into magical, glowing lanterns? It's easier than you might think, and it adds such a cozy, inviting ambiance to any space, whether it's your patio, bedroom, or even a cozy reading nook. Instead of tossing old jam or pickle jars, turn them into charming hanging lanterns. They're perfect for patios, bedrooms, or cozy corners, casting a warm and welcoming glow. First things first, gather your supplies. You'll need empty glass jars, of course, and don't be afraid to mix and match different sizes and shapes for a more eclectic look. You'll also need wire cutters, and either battery-operated tea lights or votives for a safe, flameless glow. Now for the fun part. Wrap the wire around the mouth of the jar, twisting it securely to create a loop for hanging. You can get creative here and add beads, charms, or even wrap the wire with twine for a more rustic look. Once your wire hanger is secure, carefully place your chosen light source inside the jar. And there you have it, a beautiful, upcycled lantern that adds a touch of magic to any space. Now, this next project is for all my fellow ladder lovers out there. You know that old wooden ladder you've got tucked away in the shed? The one with the chipped paint and that perfectly imperfect patina? Well, it's time to bring it inside and give it a brand new purpose. Instead of throwing away an old wooden ladder, turn it into a stylish blanket rack, perfect for living rooms, bathrooms, or bedrooms. It's a simple way to add storage and style, and it's a great way to showcase those cozy throws and quilts you've been collecting. First, give your ladder a good cleaning and maybe a light sanding if needed. I like to leave some of the imperfections because that's what gives it character, right? Once it's prepped and ready, you can decide if you want to leave it as is or give it a fresh coat of paint. Now all you need to do is find the perfect spot to lean your ladder. I love placing mine in the living room next to the sofa or in the bedroom for extra blankets. You can even use it in the bathroom to hang towels. Y'all know I love incorporating natural elements into my designs, and what better way to bring the outdoors in than with a little greenery? And the best part is you can create charming, rustic planters using items you probably already have in your pantry tin cans. Instead of throwing out tin cans, transform them into chic, rustic planters for succulents, herbs, or flowers. It's a budget-friendly way to add a touch of greenery to your home, and it's a great way to reuse and recycle. First, gather your tin cans. Once you've got your cans, give them a good wash and make sure there are no sharp edges. Then, let your creativity shine. You can leave them as is for a more industrial look, or you can wrap them with twine, fabric scraps, or even sheet music for a more vintage vibe. Once you've decorated your cans, it's time to add your plants. Succulents and herbs are great choices because they don't require a lot of drainage. Just add a layer of small rocks or pebbles to the bottom of the can for drainage. Then fill it with potting soil and your chosen plant. Now this last project is all about adding a touch of farmhouse charm to your home. Remember those old picture frames you might have tucked away in a drawer somewhere? You know, the ones that once held precious family photos but are now just waiting for a new purpose? Well, I've got the perfect upcycling project for you. Instead of tossing an old picture frame, turn it into a functional chalkboard for grocery lists, reminders, or inspirational quotes. It's a simple project that adds a touch of rustic charm to any room, and it's a great way to stay organized. First, gather your supplies. You'll need an old picture frame, of course, and a piece of plywood or cardboard cut to fit inside the frame. You'll also need chalkboard paint, a paintbrush, and some chalk. Now for the fun part. Simply paint the plywood or cardboard with chalkboard paint, applying 2 to 3 coats for a smooth finish. Once the paint is dry, insert the chalkboard into the frame, and there you have it. A charming and functional chalkboard that adds a touch of personality to your home. There you have it. 5 unexpected upcycling ideas that are easy, stylish, and totally unique. Remember, upcycling is all about giving new life to old things, and it's a great way to express your creativity while being kind to our planet. Which project was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more creative DIYs. Thanks for watching and happy upcycling. See you in the next video. Welcome back to your channel name. In this chapter, we'll show you how to transform an old wooden pallet into a stylish and functional coffee table. This project is perfect for adding a rustic touch to your living room. Let's get started. First, gather your materials: an old pallet, sandpaper, wood stain or paint, screws, and caster wheels. Start by sanding down the pallet to remove any rough edges and splinters. This will give it a smooth finish and prepare it for staining or painting. Next, decide on the color you want for your coffee table. You can go for a natural wood look with a wood stain, or add a pop of color with some paint. Apply the stain or paint evenly and let it dry completely. Once your palette is dry, attach the caster wheels to the bottom corners. This will make your coffee table easy to move around and add a modern touch to the rustic design. Secure the wheels with screws, making sure they are tightly fastened. And there you have it, a beautiful functional coffee table made from an old pallet. This DIY project is not only cost-effective, but also a great way to upcycle materials you might already have at home. Enjoy your new coffee table and the satisfaction of creating something unique with your own hands. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more creative DIY projects. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.